Hi, 6th grade. This is a read aloud of your Watershed quiz. First, write your first name, then your last name, and then click which science class you're in. Then go to the next page. For this section, you're going to match the vocabulary term with its definition. Question number 1. An area of land that sheds or drains water into a larger body of water. Your options are watershed, wetland, weathering, tributary, or sediment. Question 2. Wearing away of the land by wind or water. Is that watershed, wetland, weathering, tributary, or sediment? Question number 3. A creek, stream, or river that flows into a larger body of water, or like a larger lake or creek. Is that watershed, wetland, weathering, tributary, or sediment? For this question, is asking if this little tiny river is flowing into a larger river. What is that little river called? Question number 4. Area of land that is wet for at least part of the year and is home to special plants and animal species. Is that watershed, wetland, weathering, tributary, or sediment? Question number 5. Bits of dust, dirt, and sand that make the water cloudy. Is that watershed, wetland, weathering, tributary, or sediment? Each word is only used once, so I encourage you to go back, check your work, and make sure you only use each word one time. We are now on the 3rd page. For this page, you are going to identify which type of pollution is described by each statement. Question number 6. A farmer applies excess or too much fertilizer to one of her fields just before a rainstorm. What kind of pollution is this most likely to cause? Toxic, sediment, or nutrient? Question number 7. Logging operations used to use a technique called clear cutting, in which all the trees in an area are cut down. What type of water pollution will this most likely lead to? Toxic, sediment, or nutrient? Question number 8. When cars are age or are poorly maintained, they tend to leak oil onto roadways and parking lots. This oil is washed into the nearest waterway with the next rainfall. What type of pollution does this cause? Toxic, sediment, or nutrient? For these 3 questions, each of the types of pollution are only going to be used once, so go back and check your work. We are now on the next page. Number 9, which of the following would not have a negative impact on the health of a watershed? A farmer piling cow manure on a hill by the river, homeowners fertilizing their lawn to make it greener, sulfur dioxides released into the atmosphere to form acid rain, or trees, bushes, and tall grasses growing along a stream. Which one of those would not be a bad thing for the environment? Number 10, an estuary is a mixture of fresh and salt water, fresh water, or saltier than the ocean. Number 11, one measure of water quality is the cloudiness of the water. Which of these terms describes this measure? Is it pH, turbidity, or dissolved oxygen? All right, we're on the next page. Where does water flow after it falls in our local watershed? Place the bodies of water in the correct order from the smallest to the largest. So what is the smallest? The Chesapeake Bay, Rivanna River, or the James River? Where does the water flow next? Number 2, you're going to bubble it in. Is it the Chesapeake Bay, Rivanna River, or James River? And which is the largest in our watershed? Is it the Chesapeake Bay, the Rivanna River, or the James River? You are going to use this map to answer the following questions. This map shows the 3 major watersheds in Virginia. The red area is the Chesapeake Bay watershed. The green area is the North Carolina Sounds watershed, and the blue area is the Mississippi River watershed. Big Stone Gap is in which major watershed? Chesapeake Bay, North Carolina Sounds, or the Mississippi River? Next question. Rain that falls in Big Stone Gap will eventually end up in the Chesapeake Bay, North Carolina Sounds, or the Mississippi River? Glen Allen is in which major watershed? Chesapeake Bay, North Carolina Sounds, or the Mississippi River? All right, we're on the next page. Before we begin, I want to show you how you can record your voice. This is a short answer. If you prefer to do an audio recording, this is what you can do. Open a new tab, go to vocaroo.com, and that's spelled VOCAROO.com. And if you want to record your voice explaining the answer to the question, you click the record button. You'll say your answer, your response. When you're done, you press stop, save and share. And then with this link, you can copy it. And you can paste it for your short answer instead of typing it out. All right, so let's look at these questions. This is Chesapeake Bay's report card for its overall health as a watershed and body of water. You're going to use it to answer the following questions. So this report card shows how healthy the Chesapeake Bay is. It shows pollution, habitat, and fisheries. So pollution, it shows nitrogen levels, phosphorus levels, dissolved oxygen, water clarity, and toxins. And it gives a grade. So F is the lowest, D, then C is the next lowest, then you can get a B or an A. So A, B, C, D, or F is the lowest, okay? It also shows habitats, forested buffers, wetlands, underwater grasses, resource lands, how well it's doing there. And then it also shows the different types of living things there. The number of rockfish, blue crabs, oysters, and shad. Look at the pollution section. So it's this section right here. The bay received 3 Fs, and nitrogen and phosphorus scores got much lower than the last report card. So it dropped 5 points and 9 points. What is one reason why the nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus, levels might have increased? Why do you think the number of nitrogen and phosphorus, the amount of nitrogen and phosphorus, those nutrients, could have increased? What happened to make them increase? Write your answer here. Next question. Explain how extra nitrogen and phosphorus in the water could harm underwater plants. Type your answer, or you could record it using Vocaroo. Next question. List 2 possible causes of low water clarity. Why do you think the water is not clear? What could be causing that? Type your answer in here, or you can record it using Vocaroo. And the last question. List 3 ways the people living in the Chesapeake Bay watershed could improve water quality. Type or record your answer here. All right, when you're done, press submit. Don't forget to go back and check your work though before you press submit. And then once you're done, you can press this and close out of it, and that's all we're doing for science class today.